Hello, friends, collectors, and enthusiasts. Today, instead of a usual review from my collection, we're going to try a battery change. So, let's roll the intro. All right, we're back. Today, we're going to be doing a battery change on this beautiful looking GAB Marine. Now, this is a watch that belongs to my friend and neighbor, who just happens to be a former drummer for the wickedest band alive. Now, this is not my first time changing a battery for him or any watch battery. I by no means am a watch expert. I'm an enthusiast like many of you. But I want you to see that changing the battery on your watch shouldn't be something you should be scared of. This GAB Marine has a stainless steel case, leather strap, branded buckle, deployant, clasp, and a gorgeous mother of pearl dial. Applied markers with a diamond bezel. Looks sick. Oh, look at that on distortion on that crystal. Absolutely stunning. Alright, well, let's get into it. I'm going to open the clasp. Watch me struggle. Alright, let's see. Undo the lock. This will probably be easier without gloves on, but we're going to keep on pushing through. Alright, now let's go ahead and unscrew the case. We're going to speed through that. It's not the hardest part. 4 flathead screws. We're going to see. All right. Turn it over. There we go. And that's the case back off. Let's take these screws, and so we don't lose them, because I am big and clumsy. We'll take these screws in. We're going to set them inside the case back for safekeeping. Now, there's a reason why most watchmakers don't have big sausage fingers like mine. As you can see me struggling to try to pick these screws up. That's why we have tools. Alright, so let's go ahead and get those put in the case back and set that off to the side so I don't knock it over. Now that we have those safely out of the way, let's take a look at this movement. Now, this movement is a Swiss-made quartz made by a company called ISA. The movement number is B162. 3 joules. And uses a 395 RENATA battery. Thankfully, I have a whole bunch of those. Our next step is to loosen the screw on that battery retaining clip. Now, what we're going to need is a screwdriver bit that's small enough. The one that comes in my kit is a number 1 screwdriver bit that I had to sharpen because that little screw is really small. The head is really small. But you can find your own in this $23 kit I got off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for those who are interested in getting their own. Now let's flip the camera around. Now hopefully from this angle, my hand won't be in the way too much, and I can see a little bit better with my bad eyesight. I guess another investment I need to make is some magnifying lenses to go along with my glasses. Now I can see a little bit, but goodness gracious, this screw is really tiny. The camera does it no justice. As you can see me fumbling around trying to get that screw loose. Just trying to get the tip of the bit into the slot of the head. But we're gonna get it. Now what I forgot at this moment is that not only is that a retaining clip, but it also acts as a spring because it's under tension, which is something I should have remembered. Now, expert would have this in a movement holder or a case holder and then use their other hand to secure the bit. But as you see it fly away, there it goes. We gotta see that again in slow motion. Oh my goodness. This is where you put in that clip of, oh no. Alright. Thankfully the clip didn't go anywhere. It was just the battery that came out. That's fine. We need to get the battery out anyway. Okay, so let's get this retaining clip out of here. There we go. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and put the new battery in. This is that 395 battery cell. As you can see, and you can find it on Amazon for a 10-pack for $7.50. I'll put a link in the description below. Those links help the channel out and cost no extra to you. Alright, so we're going to put in a fresh battery now. Let's get it out the packaging. Now, as I said before, there's no reason to be really intimidated by changing your own battery. It will save you money, and plus it's just fun to do. Now, before we put the battery in place, I realized, hey, I gotta get the retaining clip in the hole. Now this is the moment I realized I can't put the retaining clip in place with the battery in the way. Now I probably should have edited this part out as I sit here struggling trying to figure out how to put this clip back in this daggone watch. Wait, how did it go? So I fast forward to this part until I eventually have the eureka moment. Hey genius, take out the movement holder. Huh. Now we're cooking with grease. Right now we have the movement holder out the way. We have access. Question is, how do we finagle it into place? I'm moving the camera back and forth so I can give you a better angle so you can see what I see. Now that end has a hook. This other end fits underneath the screw. Alright? So what we're going to do is take that hook on the other end is sticking inside that little tiny hole. Let me zoom in a little better so you can get a better look. Right there. Then once the battery's in place, we're gonna get that other end and pass it right underneath the screw. Now when you undo your battery, don't take the screw all the way out, just loosen it. Trust me, I know from experience, and it's a pain in the butt. All Quartz watches don't have these type of retaining clips. I've only noticed it on Swiss movements. This ISA and a few of the Ronda movements I've worked on. Wow, halfway through the video and I almost forgot the customary wristwatch check. Now this watch was gifted to me by my homie Skylar Santana. Mr. Santana on Watch Crunch. Check his channel out. Alright, so now we're going to try to get this battery retaining clip back in its place. Put the hook in that little hole that I pointed to earlier. Take the battery. Alright, now we're going to hold the retaining clip. Hopefully it stays in place. Folks, that's what we're going to call foreshadowing. So anyway, alright, we got the battery in place and the clip did not stay in place. So, let's try this again. Like I said, don't be scared. It's a bit of a learning curve. Look at me. I'm literally learning as I go while trying to videotape it. Is it the smartest thing to do? Who knows? But here we are. Alright, hopefully this is our final attempt. And yes, we got it. Got the retaining clip and it's hooked in. Now my big hands are in the way, so it's hard to tell. But what I'm doing is I'm holding the clip in the hook as I push. There you go. Push the clip underneath the screw and eureka! That's right. Oops. Now let's tighten the screw. I was so excited I grabbed the spring bar tool instead of the screwdriver. Now let's get in here. Can we reach it? As you can see, I'm looking from behind the camera, trying to see it, and it's really hard. Typically I wouldn't be sitting behind the camera. I'd be sitting with my chin on the table as close as possible, trying to get a better look. But this is what we have to work with. Here I try to use my loop to see if I can get a little bit of a magnification for myself. It helped actually. Alright. By Jove, I think he's done it. Ah, yes. Look at that. I might be showing my age, but to quote the A-Team, I love it when a plan comes together. I would double check, make sure I got it tight. Because once I put the case back on, I don't want to take it back off. Now we're going to put the movement holder back in place. I had to pull a little bit closer to myself so I can see that I was pushing it down evenly. And there you have it, folks. A live and ticking watch. Now you'll find that most Japanese quartz are even easier than the Swiss. Alright, now it's time to flip her over and take a look at our handiwork. As you can see, at the 3 o'clock position in the 3 o'clock sub-dial, the second hand running. I'm going to check the chronograph. It's hard to tell from the lighting. The chronograph hand is moving. I was wondering if maybe because the battery was dead, it got stuck in that position. But no, the chronograph hand, I can't seem to get it to set properly. That part is out of my wheelhouse. I could change the battery. I'm gonna look up the setting procedures on these ISA movements. If they're anything like Ronda movements, they have a little button pressing procedure on how to put it back to 0. But we've been here long enough, so let's go ahead and put this case back on and get you guys out of here. I thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me for all this time. Truly means a lot. Alright folks, our final step is to put our screws in place and to carefully tighten them all up and make sure everything is secure. Now, we are all done. Hope this was as fun for you as it was for me. Lastly, one last turn. Alright, maybe I'll double check. Make sure I did everything tight. Can't be too careful. Now let's reconnect the dual deployment butterfly clasp. See if I remember where his wrist position was. There we go. There we go. Just the way I found it. So, the batteries that I used and the kit that I used will be linked in the description. See you in the next video. Peace. Wow, y'all still here. But since you're still here, I hope you liked, subscribed, and check out some of the videos that I made earlier. They're horrible, but I could use your support. Thank you. Now get out. I got work to do. Bye. Go. Go. Like, subscribe. Get out.